Have you tried using a metronome but feel like you must have missed something between taking it from the box to sitting at your piano? You read the instructions on how to turn it on, set the tempo you wanted, and adjust the settings. But where were the instructions on how to match your playing with the steady beat of the metronome? They weren't in the box? No worries. They're right here in this video. Stay tuned. Hi, I'm Dr. Lory. Welcome to my studio. Yes, I've been there too. My metronome was ticking away at the right tempo, just waiting for me to join in. But I was clueless. I was in choirs, bands, and orchestras, but they all had conductors conducting. At my piano, it was just me. But have no fear. It's not that difficult to work without a conductor. It's kind of like jumping into a jump rope. Before you jump in, you watch the rope move, sense and feel the beat, even the subdivisions of each beat, so you can prepare when to jump in. Now I'll show you how to jump into the steady beat of a metronome. I'm going to set the metronome at 80 beats per minute. First, watch the visual beat indicator, the light on top. Now just sense the beat, feel the beat, and even move with the beat. A conductor moves to the beat with arm movements that direct the musicians. The conductor indicates the steady tempo to be followed, usually showing each beat of the measure. In fact, before the music begins, the conductor cues a preparatory beat with that upward motion, followed by a downward motion indicating the downbeat or the first beat of each measure. Let's try that. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 is the preparatory beat and 1 is your downbeat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. It's the same thing with a metronome. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now that we can jump into a steady beat, we need to learn how to stay with that beat. Let's take a look at some metronome exercises that may help you practice doing just that. Staying with the beat. It's like Sonny and Cher's, the beat goes on. If you'd like to follow along with these exercises at your piano, you can download them by clicking the link in the description below. And as always, piano teachers, feel free to use these exercises with your students. Let me know in the comments how they work for you. Let me take a moment to explain one of the things that piano students have difficulty with in using their metronomes. We need to understand that there is a difference between a steady beat and rhythm. A steady beat doesn't change. The rhythm can. In fact, rhythm is on a different layer. It can match the steady beat, or it can have different durations that may or may not match the steady beat at all. But the metronome always has to match the steady beat, no matter the rhythm. Now back to the exercises. Each exercise begins with rhythms matching the steady beat. Once the match is established, each hand takes a turn at rhythms from whole and half notes, which require multiple ticks for each, to subdivisions of each beat in groups of 2, 3, and 4. This demonstrates the difference between steady beats on one layer and rhythm on another. My left hand is going to match the steady beat while I change rhythms with my right hand. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to match 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Now my right hand is going to play a whole note with 1, 2, 3. Now half notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I'm going to go to subdivisions. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and stop. I suggest that you count out loud when practicing with the metronome. This helps you internalize the beats and rhythms because you say them and hear them as they relate to the passage you're playing. Sometimes I begin hearing and remembering the rhythms as whole patterns when I count aloud. This process of grouping single rhythms into patterns also helps to internalize the information. Before beginning to play, you should count out loud for at least one empty measure in order to feel the steady beat. If it's a slower tempo, you can count the subdivisions. Listen for the preparatory beat and come in on the following downbeat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Let's start with exercises 1 and 2 at 80 beats per minute in 4/4 time. Listen for the preparatory beat of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here are our whole notes. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, half notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Switch hands. 1, 2, 3, 4. In exercise number 3, the eighth notes can be counted out loud using subdivisions like this. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 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 2, and 3, and 4, and... Or you can use a metronome using its subdivisions like this. One and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 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 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Let's run through the rest of the exercises. Notice the beat being subdivided into 3, then 4. 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a... Back to our matching beat. Now 4. Matching the beat and half notes. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I believe that using a metronome is essential in becoming a fine musician. Elite performers use their metronomes all the time. And if you look forward to playing with other musicians, practicing with your metronome will make you a better team player and make performing with others more enjoyable. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. I appreciate and respond to your comments, so please let me know if this video has helped you with your piano studies. And if you're interested in lessons, I teach online to students everywhere. Just visit my website at lorypeters.com to learn more. Until next time, make friends with your metronome.